I married the girl who I loved more than myself. I always wanted to become a hero in front of her eyes. But life had planned something else for me. After my marriage I became addicted to drugs through my friends. During my entire married life I had to make a lot of false promises to my wife that I would do everything she wanted, but in reality, I could never do anything for her. I couldn't even give her any of the necessary things in her life, not even the last treatment she so desperately needed when she was suffering with her labor pains. I couldn't do anything for the person I loved most while she was crying and holding my hands tightly during her labor pains. I will never forget those eyes looking at me while she was giving birth to my daughter all alone. My wife left me while in grueling pain while I was holding our newborn daughter with one hand and her with another. I will never forget that horrific day, losing my wife, worrying for my daughter's cries for milk and knowing that my pocket was totally empty. I asked about 20 people for some money to borrow so that I could buy some milk for my daughter. No one gave me money, thinking I might take more drugs with that money too. I have never felt so much shame in my entire life that I felt that night. The whole night I cried holding my daughter helplessly and promised myself that I would never touch drugs ever again even if I were dying. The night seemed endless to me and I have never waited so desperately in my life to see the light of dawn. The next day, after tying my daughter onto my back with a towel, I started my new life as a day laborer. The unfortunate thing about this world is that bad habits are easier to start than to give up. But nothing is more valuable than the smiling faces that my daughter gives to me. I lost my love for my addiction, but somewhere in my heart I can't forgive myself. However, all the suffering, stress, and pains go away when I see my daughter's face, which looks exactly like my wife's face. When drugs took away everything from me, life blessed me with my daughter and taught me that drugs don't kill the addicted, but rather, the loved ones.